She's got around 10 or more V ambassadors in her team, whom she has helped cross the finish line. So what a remarkable journey. We all are lucky tonight to be hearing her. She's a wonderful dancer. She loves dancing. She's a music freak, for those who don't know that. And every event or camp or drive she does in her organization, she embraces it, and she does so gracefully, always, looking forward for adding something more in what she's doing, and making it more exciting for everyone around. The kind of warmth and connect she carries with her, it's amazing. I mean, when you cross around her, or when you are around her, you will feel that warmth and compassion always. So when you talk about rhythm, what our Rhythm Foundation does, she does not only believes in that, but she's a living example of it. She, her leaders, and many people on the ground, even the last IR in her team, the distributor in her team, they do a lot of things for people on ground, in society, for people who are underprivileged in many cities in India. It has come in media, in newspapers, and in many places we have read that and we have seen that. So she believes into paying it forward and contributing back in the society. And she is a mother, she is a wife, she is a daughter, she's a daughter-in-law, she's an upline, she's a downline. She is part of the most demanding and most exciting team alliance, which is of our beloved Chief Patman in service battalion all around the world. It's very, very difficult to be part of it, but she copes up to everything what comes across. And I believe the way I've seen her from a distance, if you talk about challenges, in markets, in business, in teams, or you talk about issues and problems which come, she takes all of these in her breakfast, lunch, and dinner. That's what I believe, And I'm so excited to bring her upon on the stage today. But before we do that, I would like, she's got a lot of, not only few hundred people who has got German cars in her team. When we talk about lifestyle, the houses, the German cars, the luxury watches, she's got thousands of people in her team who has got German cars, who are driving them. There are hundreds and hundreds of people who have bought their dream homes. So in this pandemic, when we talk about economies dwindling, her team is rocking and rolling. And her first line leaders, her immediate leaders, and the people in her circle, they, with a lot of love, they call her Mate. It's like goddess or, Amma. But she would always love to be called by her own name. Okay, I have so much to talk right now, but I would request AV to please play her video so that we can bring her upon and, we do justice with her time. I don't want to eat up in her time. So can you play her video, please? So ladies and gentlemen, without doing much ado, may I request you all to give an ovation, standing ovation wherever you are, and let's welcome none other than Associate V Partner, my sister, AVP Shipra Leaders. On this birthday.
So much. I mean, thank you so much, Naren. I think I almost had tears. I was using the tissues to wipe, and I was like, "Oh God, why is he saying so much?"
Oh, come on.
I'm being very honest to say this because I think before even I start, I need to tell you this, that in my 10 years of my journey, I have looked up to you. and I've heard so much about you, and it has been such a pleasure, and it's such a humbling feeling, when you are talking so much about me. I think that is also one very beautiful thing we learn from QNet is respecting each other, looking up to each other, and having so much of gratitude. While you are senior to me, and you will always be, in all my terms. And I look at you, and today, in fact, I was talking to Onil, and I was saying this, that he, it's very nice to talk to Narendra. He gives a very warm feeling. He gives a very mature feeling. And thank you so much for such lovely words. That's it.
We are here with an empty cup to hear you out.
Thank
So please, all yours. Thank you.
And hi, guys. Good morning. Namaste. Vanakkam. And all across. We are all very close to the festival time. So I think today I just thought, why not, if you're talking to India, let's be Indian. Okay. And I know VP Sati is listening, and he will say, why this, all Indian look? But because we're talking to India. So I wanted to remember my roots and remind myself. And in fact, you know what happened today? Today morning, every morning when you wake up as a networker, when I wake up, the first thing I do is to check my WhatsApp. And the moment I checked my WhatsApp, I saw a few people, the We has started a new thing, of sending how many years you are in the business. So your anniversary, the photos. And I was seeing few people's anniversaries, like 15 years, 18 years, 20 years. And for a second, I was still on my bed, and I saw that, and I was like, God, it's gonna be 10 years for me in a month's time in December. And I can't imagine, that I'm gonna complete 10 years of being in this industry, being with QNet. And there are people who have done 15 and 18 and 20 years. I don't know. I was like, there's so much to talk, and there's so much to think, this line of saying 10 years. And I had this, quick review of my 10 years in the morning. And I was still lying down, and I was thinking what all I've done in these 10 years, and what all has gone by, and what do we stand today. And I called, my brother, and obviously one of the biggest pillar of my organization, AVP Onil. And I said, yaar, 10 saal ho gaye? Yeah, I was like, it's like, yeah, it's 10 years, yeah. And he said, so, and, this is how he talks to me as a sister. So, and I was like, if I look back at my 10 years, what do I see? And if I ask any of my downlines that, what do you see? It's going to be very two different things. Okay. Which is very unfortunate, and which is very funny also at the same time. Why? Because if I ask any of my downlines, so when you were saying, Nareno, it was exactly reminded me of that feeling of mine, that anybody who will see the 10 years of my life will say, wow, what an amazing house, what an amazing car, what an amazing lifestyle. She has money, she has, happiness, she has everything happening in her life. But all these things are very materialistic, and it can go like this. Okay. But if I look at my 10 years with QNet, I don't see this as my success. What I see is, in these 10 years, I learned to be patient, to be disciplined, to have lots of gratitude, to be humble, and to allow myself to be imperfect. Okay. And, accept that this is how life is, and this is how it's gonna come, and this is how I'm gonna take. And only thing which I can see is today, and say myself, that even if when you were talking, and I was really overwhelmed listening to you, to be very honest, coming from you was, you will not understand this, but for me, it was a very beautiful feeling. And because they've always used to say, VP, they've always used to say that the day your cross lines will look up to you, that is the day you have done something. Okay. And I just saw my 10 years, and I said, maybe this is what I have worked, or this is what I have been working for. But still, there's a lot more to do, a lot more to go, and so much to do. I still want to see the 20 years rather than 10 years on that thing. And we just had this recently. We were all part of We Connect, and I'm sure overall India, everybody who's listening was part of the We Connect, watching either with your family or with your teams, and you had a brilliant session and brilliant 3 days, unbelievable days. I was part of In Service as Alliance, and I was there at one of the studios, going through everything. And there was this module of none other than our beloved chief. Okay. And as always, he does this brilliant. He talks about warriorship, and he says about he's talking, don't be a wimp, be a warrior, and you are a warrior. And everybody, I could see, I was on Zoom with few teams, and I was getting videos, and I was getting these pictures, and I could see everyone all across India was like, I want to be a warrior. I'm sure, everyone who's listening now can go back to that moment and remember that you were full on, warriorship, standing, shouting, dancing, and that song, oh my God, people went crazy. And exactly 9 years back, because Chief has been doing this model from some time, and I went to my upline, AVP Sharfun, okay, and after this module, and I went to her and I said, yeah, and this is, typically, as friend, she's my upline, but she's a very, very close friend to me also. And I'm very blessed to have that relation with her. I went to her and I said, why do we have to become warriors? Like, are we going, in a war? Are we fighting? Are we, like, what is this warriorship? I was very new and I didn't understand, couldn't relate to this thought process of, you want to be a warrior. Why I don't want to be a warrior? I'm not a warrior. I don't want to be a warrior. And why should I fight? What are you preparing me for? Okay. And she looked at me, as always. She laughed, as always. And she told me something very beautiful. And I'm sharing this with you all today, with her permission. She said, in every country across the globe, okay, there are armed forces. You have Air Force, Navy, and armed forces. And any part of the world you go, people are very passionate to be a part of armed forces. People, from very young age decide to be in armed forces, or when they decide, they go through a lot of trainings in these armed forces. It's not easy to be part of it. It's not, just you decide and you get it, but there's requirements, there's very strict discipline you have to follow. You have to go through a lot of hardship physically. You have to be strong emotionally. You have to leave your families. You have to give a lot of time to it. So there's a lot of devotion and a lot of discipline into it. So I said, yes, I agree. So she said, why do you think these people do this? What's the reason? And I was, to protect the country. So from whom? From whom to protect the country? From other countries? So that means, am I attracting, or am I asking, or am I thinking, or am I, attracting the war? Am I saying that, oh my God, the war is going to happen and then I have to fight, and that's why I need to be so fit, or that's why I need to do this, or that's why I need to be here? But the answer is no. Being there, they are not attracting to be, a part of attracting or wanting to have a war, but they are there preparing that in case, if required, I want to make my family proud. I want to make my country proud. I want to make myself proud. I want to be there, and I want to be the best there. And if in case, imagine for a few seconds, imagine a warrior or an army guy standing on the border, okay, sleeps for 2 hours. Or let's forget 2 hours. Sleep for 20 minutes, okay. Do you think you will be sitting comfortably in your country and feel safe? Cannot. So 20 minutes or 2 minutes of him sleeping or closing his eyes can cause one person to lose his life. And that is his role. His role is so, so, so important at any place. And that is why when he goes through his journey of his trainings, of his commitment, of his discipline, he cannot be even 1% ignorant about anything. He has to be perfect. He has to do it. It doesn't mean he's attracting war, but he's being ready by listening, by devoting, and by doing. And that is warriorship. And exactly in the same way, Shipra, she told me, she said, Shipra, today, when you are going through all these trainings, when we go through our camps, when we go through our events, when we go through our trainings, which our uplines conduct, everything, when chief is going on stage and saying warriorship, he's not telling you you have to go and, fight a war. He's saying, learn, be disciplined, have gratitude, but still have that feeling that if required, you can fight with anything. You can fight with your own ego. You can fight with the situations. You can fight with the challenges. You can fight with anything, and you can still stick on and do it. And that is very, very, very important feeling, because till that time, you're not going to carry that feeling and you sleep for that 2 seconds, things can happen. And that feeling from that day till this day, trust me, I had it so strong in my mind that I never sleep with my phone being off, or my phone ringer to be off. 24/7, all the guys who work with me have always told, call me anytime. I'm available 24/7. But it is very important to remember, and it is very important to understand that I am a warrior. And I will have to fight small battles in every part of my life. In fact, today, when I see back, when I saw my 10 years, I'll tell you, there are 10 battles which I fought. Okay. Starting, the first thing which I started, when I started this business, my first battle where I had to be a warrior was I didn't have money to sign up. I didn't, I'm a typical, normal, middle class family person. I didn't have 3 lakhs rupees in my bank account kept as savings. So what to do? I withdrew my FD. I broke my savings. I somehow, small, put together the money and signed up. But that was one battle won. That was that one, on the ground, one biggest challenge, which a lot of people today, a lot of people who want to be a part of the business, who are very positive about the whole project, but still, how do I arrange money? How do I do? And I just feel, hold on, stick to this idea of wanting to do something big. Because if you want to do something big, things will eventually happen, but hold on. Don't give up so easily on your dreams. Don't give up so easily on the thought of wanting to do something. So that was my first challenge one, my first battle. Within a week, my welcome was done. I'm supposed to do my hot zones. Okay. I think my second biggest battle, I have to sign up, my family members. And my family members, everybody is financially not independent, because at that time, Onil was still studying. And if I'm not wrong, no, he finished his studies, he finished his medicals, but he just started working in a hospital and he was not earning enough money. And I have put all my money, so I cannot sign up Neeraj because I don't have money. I literally went and I sold my gold chain. Okay. I sold my gold, and I say it very proudly. You know why? Because I don't have any attachments to the gold, but I have a lot of attachments today by giving those happiness to my family, which I thought or I assumed I will be able to give by doing that, by winning that battle. And that second battle was one of arranging money for my hot zones by selling my gold without any regrets today. And today, with proud moment, I can say that the 2 most important people in my life are the most important people in my business also. Okay. And then I started working, signing up people, talking to everyone I know. And I had, yes, at that time, my son was exactly 3.5, 4 years old. Very young, very innocent, very fragile age. And I had a job, and I had a QNET, and I had a house to look upon. And it was tough. And I don't want to say that story again, because I know it's a lot of times I've spoken about it, you spoke about it, but there's one thing to every mother or every woman around, okay, is that this feeling, which we carry in our heart, that should we leave our son? Should we leave our child? Or, can we, feeling of guilt of leaving or ignoring is very high, is very high. And I had this feeling so high that I was like, every day when I used to go and pick him up and he was sleeping and I have not seen him, I've not spoken to him, was hitting me hard. And I was emotional. I was feeling weird in my own self, and people around, oh my God, they will do everything to make you feel even more guilty. Okay, everything they are gonna say, is money so important? Why you have become money minded, Shipra? Spend some time. These moments will not come back, I'm telling you. I can tell you today, please speak to my 14-year-old teenager. The best thing he will say my mother did was to be part of this business. And the best son I have raised today is only because of the business, because he's the most independent child, most disciplined child, and the most independent, self-motivated, having the gratitude towards everything in life. Okay. And all this because from the age of 3, he knew, if my mummy is not gonna come back, I need to eat my food. I need to do my homework. I need to take responsibility of doing my things. And that is the biggest asset I think I gained in my 10 years. And my biggest battle of being a mother and feeling proud is today, after 10 years, when I see my son and people come, all across. And by the way, he's very close to VP Deva. They're like, buddy friends. I don't know how this 40 and 14 years become friends, but they're close. And when I see him going there, and when he says to me that, you know what, Shipra, one thing which you have done good, because he never will appreciate me as a downline. Okay, he will always say there's still a lot to work. He say, is you being a mother. You should be very proud, not because you're Shipra, is because you are Pranay's mother. And I think that's my biggest battle won. And like this, this has been small battles all across, everywhere. And moving on from there in my journey, the next battle which I had is signing up my best friends, my close colleagues, my schoolmates, and I'm still signing them up, because thank God my dad made sure, or my parents made sure, that we studied in a lot of different schools, different colleges. I had different lives in different parts of the country. And I have a huge name list. And my name list, even after 10 years, has still not been exhausted. And I'm very proud to say that I still have a lot of people whom I want to sign up, and I still haven't signed up. And I'm still showing them plans. So I'm still going through this challenge. I still haven't conquered it. I still cannot say that I'm done. I signed up. I'm at my 99th DR. And I'm very soon going to hit my century, because that is one thing which I had, and I still have to do it, is do my 100 DR. I'm waiting. I don't know who's going to be the lucky guy to be my 100 DR, because as a person, I realized in this business that anytime when you start anything, it's going to be challenging. It's going to be tough. But the moment you start doing it every day, it becomes like part of your life. So when you talk to anybody, he becomes your prospect, and he would show him a plan. So today, staying in Dubai, my auditor, my banker, my lawyer, my real estate, everybody signed up. Okay. And now I'm planning to sign up my landscape guy and the construction guy who's been doing my house. And I think that was one more thought, is that how this is a battle. It is not. It is a way of life. But yes, in the start, when you feel that, how do I talk? Just get up, go, open your mouth and talk. Nothing else. Don't think so much. Don't have so much thought process grinding around your mind that, how do I talk? What do I talk? Should I talk? Should I not talk? Nothing. Just talk, and you will win this battle. Because if I can win, you can win. There's nothing different between you and me. And I won that battle, and I'm still, in the battlefield signing up people. After that, if I can say so, my team started building up. I started having people in my team who were strong, who were brilliant, and I am blessed with grace of God with amazing, amazing downlines, and people who have taken full ownership, people who have taken more than ownership, I would say, who have literally believed in the company and believed in the vision of the company and have started doing things because they thought there is a hope in this business. They thought that they have a chance to change their life. They have a chance to change people's life around it. But these are all people who are strong, with strong opinions, with strong thought process, with strong desire to grow big. And when you said, no, Naren, that I'm an amazing upline, trust me, I still think there's so much to work upon. I still feel one thing which I should always say this, that there's a lot to become an amazing upline. And no one can be perfect. None of us are. I am also not. I've been fighting my battles to be a good upline. I've been fighting my battle to be a good downline. I think I have been one of the most painful downline to my uplines. Okay, and if I can say so, which they're not going to kill me for, from VP Dev to VP Sachin or AVP Sharfun, I think I've been the most troublesome downline to all three of them. I've been demanding, I have been painful, I fight with them, and I ask questions, I argue, but there's one thing, I don't give up. And I will never give up. And they taught me something very beautiful. And they taught me is whatever comes, Shipra, you have any kirkir, you have any thought, talk, sort, and move on. But don't stop, because there will be 100 things in your life, in your business, which is going to come and pull you down, which is going to come and bring down the momentum, which is going to come and literally, trash your emotions and yourself. But every time something is going to hit, remember one thing. We are there standing for you. There are times you will be able to see us, and there will be times you will not be able to see us. But have this thought in your heart that we are here, even if we are visible or not visible. And I have experienced this multiple times in my journey, that there have been times I could see them, and there are times when I have not seen them, but I have kept this faith that they are there. And I've holded on to that thought process, and things have passed by. And I have crossed over. And on that thought process, in fact, this is the only business in my 10 years, in my 20 years of my work experience, I would say, where, people are so concerned genuinely on your growth. People are so concerned genuinely on wanting you to make it big. People are so concerned that more than you, they call you. More than you, they talk about your goals. More than you, they talk about your checks. More than you, they want you to become sapphire or platinum or diamonds. And people sometimes think, oh, upline is also getting benefited. So what? So what? I mean, if I am growing and my upline is growing, why not grow together? Why not? I mean, this is the only business where I learned and I won this battle. One more battle is not giving up. Not giving up. And, when this time in this weekon, when VP Sati was talking about hold on, I was literally, thinking on this thought process. And I said, it's such a small, beautiful line, beautiful words, hold on. Okay. We are going in a bus and we say, okay, just hold on to the, the pillar or the, the rod there, and you will not fall. That one hold on helps you, saves you from the whole journey in the bus. That word is so small, so simply used, but has such beautiful and such strong feeling all across. And in my 10 years, when I saw all my battles, I saw all my challenges, and I saw everything, this is one word which I can say suits to every defining moment in my life, is hold on. Okay. When I didn't have money to sign up, hold on, got the money. When I didn't have patience to arrange money or convince my people, my own closest people, hold on, they came back. When I was showing my presentations and people were saying no, or people were saying, I'll think about it, I'll get back to you, just give me some time, hold on. Keep showing presentations, keep showing presentations, keep showing presentations. It's from last few months, I'll tell you, 10 people have rejected me at my position with everything I can show off. Okay, still, you know what? I'm still waiting for my 100 TR. Until the time is not gonna happen, hold on. I still tell to myself, hold on, Shipra, because it will happen. It has to happen. And I think the only thing I can see and I can genuinely feel from my whole heart when I see my 10 years, and when Sharfun told me about that, is that I'm not in a battlefield, but I am in a battlefield. And you know why? Because every day, if I keep winning these battles, there will be one day when I will go back and I will see my family, and my family will be proud of me. And they will be proud of me because I have won the battles. I have not come to them saying, I quit. I have not gone to them saying, nahi ho pa raha hai. It's not happening. But I will go to them saying, I did it. I'm not a quitter. I'm a winner. And if I can do it, anyone can do it. And my biggest medal, in my 10 years is my team. I think today, more than anything, I would like to say this, that every upline, when Cs are downline, and look at them, and when you see them going through their own same battles or going through their own small challenges and not giving up and trying to stick on to it and keep on doing it, you see yourself into that person. You always see yourself, and you always see, and you remember, and you say, yeah, this is how exactly I didn't give up. This is how exactly, this happened to me. And most of the times, when you talk to your uplines with all your problems, with all your challenges, with all your things, they will always hear this, I know. And that time you feel, how do you know? How do you know? Like, how upline can always say this line, I know. Yeah, I used to feel this, going to any of my upline, and I have this habit. I was like, what happened? This happened, that happened. Then I did this, then I did that. Then what happened? I'm like, I know. You tell the whole story, and then upline's one line, I know. How do you know? Because we've been through this. Because we have gone through this. And they have gone through this. And today I can see in my downlines, and I can say, I know. But you know what? Just hold on. Because you didn't started this business to give up. You didn't started this business to just start and quit, or just start and leave. It may require sometimes a little extra effort. So when you talk to a person and a person says no, say to yourself, he'll come back. He's going to come back. He will come back. Attract that, say that, and smile to yourself, because you know what? You will hold on today. And tomorrow when he comes back, he will look at you and he'll say, you're still here? And he'll say, yeah, I was waiting for you. And it happened with me. It happened to me with me. A lot of people came back. And today they are one of the great leaders in the organization. They took 3 months, 6 months, 8 months. Some people came back after 2 years. And they said, we've been seeing you. You're being constant. You're being consistent. You have not left. You have been doing. Kuch to baat hogi. There have to be something in it. It's not about the business. It's not about your journey. It's about you, because people don't know the business. They don't look sometimes at the business. They look at you. And if your journey is about consistency, it will become about them also. But for that, also, you have to hold on and do nothing and just stick to it. As a female, in fact, somewhere I don't like to keep saying this as a female. I think as a leader, as a networker, the journey of 10 years have not been easy. And I will not say it has been difficult, but it has been full of experiences. It has been full of understandings. And based on that understanding, there is one thing which is very, very important I learned, is that we are all very imperfect people. No one is perfect. No one. But how beautiful we can be when we put all our imperfections together and make it perfect. Because it is not necessary that my imperfection is going to be your imperfection. And if your perfection can be mine, all together, we can be one perfect team. And nobody is going to be perfect. So don't expect, don't feel, don't attract perfection sometimes. It's okay to be imperfect, but enjoy the imperfection and work with that person who can be your strength. But hold on. Don't give up. Don't leave. Don't quit. You started this business with one thought process. Why did I start this business? Actually, you know what? In reality, to the fact of life, if I go back 10 years and I remember exactly why I started, you will laugh. Okay. It's very embarrassing to say this, but truth is truth. And I still remember exactly that moment. So the person who referred me in the business told me, we can make money. And I was like, done. And he said, how much? How much you want to make? Don't laugh, huh, Naren? Okay. I said, if I earn 50,000 rupees a month, no? 50,000, I am done. And I still remember this. I started this business to earn 50,000 rupees. That's it. Nothing else. I didn't knew about 1 lakh, 2 lakhs, max out, platinum, diamond, blue diamond, nothing. I started with the smallest thought process, 50,000 rupees. But for that 50,000, I was ready to do anything. Anything. You asked me to show 10 plans, I'll show 10 plans. I used to go to my upline and say, you said 10 plans? I did. What next? And I remember he used to say, hold on, I'll get back to you. What is, because he was also learning from his upline. You know, he was not there perfect, but he was learning. And he used to say, hold on, I'll come back, I'll get back and I'll tell you. And I used to say, okay. He used to say, do L1. What is L1? 10 UVs. Okay. Went, did L1, come back. What to do next? To say, done? Yes. 10 people in system. Okay. Go back, do, come back. What to do next? L2. Okay. What was L2? 30 UVs. Okay. Done L2. What next? 30 people in system. Done. What next? 50. Okay. 50 UVs done. What next? 100. 100 done. What next? 200. What next? Max out. What next? Platinum. What next? Diamond. What next? Shipra, hold on. Just hold on. Breathe. And I still have this feeling. I just have this feeling. And you know what? I feel we have such lovely company, which also does not, you know, which throws us, you know, challenges, which throws us small, these battles, you know, while we are working, we are doing, our compensation plan has been evolving. We have new ranks coming up. We have new challenges coming up. We have new, bonanzas coming up. And I look at them every time it comes and I'll say, bring it on. Bring it on. And you know why? Because I will still hold on and I will still do it. I will not give up on it. Come what may. You keep throwing challenges. You go throwing situations. I will come, because I'm still that Shipra who started 10 years back and who said only one thing. I want to do this business because to earn those 50,000, but that 50,000 was linked with the happiness of my family at that time. And till this date, the only thing I see is my mom, my dad, my family, my son, and anything that can continue keeping that smile on their faces, bring it on. Bring it on. And when I see these people, when I see, you know, a young IR, a new IR signing up, and then he comes, okay, And this is a very beautiful feeling. And this is something, if you ask me today, what excites me in the business, this is what excites me in the business. When I see the new IR who signs up, and if anybody who's listening who has just signed up, who has just Friday signed up, and now you're listening, when you sit for your welcome, when you sit for your introduction, that shine in your eyes, which has got that confusion, I want to do it, the sparkle, but at the same time the fear, will I be able to do it? Should I do it? Should I not do it? That fear, that confusion, but that sparkle, but that faith, but that everything. Oh, that excites me. Because I feel I need to hold this guy and I need to make him and show him how to do his F2, how to do his 2 first signups and make that check. And because once he will see that check, once he will see that money, once he will see that smallest success, he will never leave. He will never quit. He will never go anywhere. And why? Because that will be his hold on moment. That will be his moment of going on and just doing it and just keep repeating the same thing. And every time I sit and I talk to my team or talk to the people anywhere across, there's one thing which I always say: do so much, put so much of efforts that even if he has to come and ask you what next, be ready, because you are and you can do anything in this life. And you have an amazing platform. Because I don't think in my 10 years, I have seen any company to be better than our company. I'm proud to be associated with QNet. I think I'm blessed to be associated with QNet. And the best thing that has happened in my family is having QNet with us. And from Datoshri till Japa to Chief to every V partner to my uplines, my beloved uplines, one thing I have learned from everyone is keep doing, and do it with that passion that you are here to be successful. And if you keep that fire, if you keep igniting that fire, and if you keep doing, there's nothing in this world that can stop you. Nothing. And few days back, I made this video, Naren. Okay. It's a very beautiful video when I asked the team to sit in groups together in different parts of the world and take and make their dream charts. Okay. And whenever you give this activity to your team to sit and make their dream charts, they all sit and do. And when they do, you need to see their faces. They're smiling, they are looking, and they're attracting, and they're wanting, and they want to go all out to make it achieve. And when I saw that beautiful feeling, we made this video, which I'm sharing today with everybody here, is that you need to see this, and you need to see this again and again and again and again and again, because whenever you will see this video, whenever you will see that smile, that sparkle in people's eyes in this video, there's only one thing that will remind you, is that you deserve beautiful life. And for that, hold on and keep doing and never give up. And if we can show that video, please. I want everyone to see this video, read the lines, and see that sparkle on the faces of everyone, because that's what is this business offering. Can we have that? whenever I see this video, my spirit is so high, and I want to go all out to say every person who's part of this business is that let's do it, guys. Just hold on. If you're getting rejections, if you're getting situations, if you're having problems, hold on. Don't give up. Don't quit. Just stick on to it for one more day, one more month, one more year, and you will see these dreams come to life. And on that note, thank you so much for listening. And only thing I want to say by I end it is that this is the only platform I have seen in my life where nobody has judged me for what I am, but everybody has only seen the best in me and have made me better. And that's what UNIT is all about, is making the most imperfect people feel the perfect self in them. So allow your uplines, allow the company, allow us to make a better and a beautiful dream come true. And let's do it together, guys. And especially on this Diwali in India, we have this biggest festival. Let's gift one of the most beautiful thing to our families. Let's make this Diwali the most special. Let's give them a platform. Let's give them some success. Do something, go all out, sign up people, talk to people, don't hesitate, and get your family the best gift ever you can give them. Surprise them, make them feel special because you are part of something special, and be proud of it. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, AVP Shipra. I'm in trance right now, to be very honest. And wish you, AVP Neeraj, Pranay, and your entire family a wonderful, wonderful Deepavali in advance. And on behalf of all of us who attended this session, and I was just wanting to listen you all, over and over again. And I was just with you all the time in your thoughts. And wow, what a session, what a sharing. And I hope all of you, had a similar feeling. And I'm getting goosebumps right now. And the message is crystal clear, guys. Hold on, bring it on, and a million dreams on the way are waiting for you to, accomplish and become successful. So this Deepavali, light your F1 and F2, the diyas. And I was as she was sharing, one last thing before we wind up today's session is a week back we had Navaratri, which got over, and on 16th, and a week later we have Goddess Lakshmi and Ma Saraswati's puja and Aradhana happening in India, and in many places world over. 25th of October is just in the middle of it. And I was seeing in AVP Shipra, to be honest to my heart, all 9 forms of Goddess Parvati, come in one this person right now. So thank you so much, AVP Shipra. It was a cracker today. And hold on, bring it on, and a million dreams will become true. So thank you so much, guys. We'll see you in next week Connect. And thanks to the entire V team and Q9 team for putting this amazing Week Connect today. And we'll see you guys. Good night. Stay safe, stay home, and let's max out in 2021. God bless you all. Thank you very much. Thank you, Ruby.